All right, so 4.4, matching equations and graphs. This one, we went over this a little bit yesterday just in preparation, so again, shouldn't be too difficult, but this is very, very important. Okay? This is a crucial part of the whole chapter here. So what we need to understand is that this y equals mx plus b form is very, very important. And the m right here is the slope of the line. So remember, a positive slope is when the line goes goes up from left to right. Okay, that's a positive slope. And then if it goes down from left to right, that's a negative slope. Okay, very important. The other thing that's important here is this value, which is the y-intercept. So all of you should know this. I've mentioned it multiple times, that when you have y all by itself, that the m, that is the number that's multiplied by the x, is the slope of the line. And positive and negative, we know about that, but also the value, right? So remember, 2 is the same as 2 over 1, and we talked about change in y. I remember that little symbol I taught you a while ago, divided by change in x. That means how much do you have to go up versus how much do you have to go left or right. So up or down versus left or right for any 2 points on the graph. So just real quickly, the b value is actually really important. That's the easiest way to identify the equation and the graph, actually. So the b value for a, let's see, match each equation on the, okay. So for a here, little a, the b value is -1. So on the y-axis, we go to -1, and that's the intercept for line C. Does everyone see that? And does it go up from left to right? The slope of that line is positive, yes. And where does the 2 come into play? Well, if you go from this point, and let me just zoom in some more. So this point that the y-intercept that I've highlighted there, if you go up 2 units, that's to +1 there, and you go over 1 unit, look at that, that's a point that's on the line. So that's 2 up and 1 to the right. +2, +1. That's a slope of 2. Okay, so we've got letter C for the first one, correct? All right, oh, let me get back over there. Okay, so this is C. Quickly now, B equals 4. That's going to be up here, so that's going to be line A. And then finally, we have line B, and that makes sense because we have -3 for a y-intercept and a positive slope. So CAB. And just throw up your hand if you have a question, okay? Throw up your hand if you have a question. There's not much work to be shown here, honestly, I get it. There's not much work to be shown, so as long as we have the right labels and as long as you know what's going on. Okay, number 2 talks about vertical lines and horizontal lines. So remember, horizontal lines have only a y variable in the equation. That's horizontal, sideways. And this line goes through y equals -1. So tough to see where the origin is. The origin is right here, so -1 is here. So y equals -1, this looks like C. You got that? Is that correct? You guys agree with that? Okay, B has a negative slope and a y-intercept of +1. Oh, no, negative slope. Wait, where's the y? So this is a vertical line because there's only an x, right? Okay, so how do we figure out which one this is? Solve for your variable here. So I'm going to add x to both sides. So I'm going to plus x. This is x equals +1. That's what this one actually is. So x equals +1 looks like this one, which is A. Wait, is this going to end up to be the same as the other one? Yeah, it is. And then this would be B. But how do we know this is B? This is only an x value in there, right? So to find out which one it actually is, it's process of elimination right now. But if you were to solve for x, this is what it would look like, guys. Add 3 to both sides, add 3. So I have 2 plus 3 on the left now. That's going to be 5. And then equals 2x. And then divide by 2 to get x all by itself. And I get x equals 5 over 2 or 2.5. And this is 2.5 right here, the x value. So that one is B. Okay, I'm going through that pretty quick, but we have CAB, CAB. Any questions? Yep.
This person had a B, but it's erased, and now there's like nothing there.
Okay,
if it's... They have all the other answers.
Yeah, no, if there's nothing there, just circle the C. I'll take a look at it. That sounds good. All right, number 3, match each equation with the graph on the grid. Justify your answers. Okay, this is where y equals mx plus b and the slope will really come in handy. You don't need to do that though. You have some options. You could just do a quick table of values, or you could check points that you know are on a graph and see which x and y values make which equation true. So I'm going to do it two ways. The first one, I'm going to solve for y, which is going to be y equals negative x plus 5. So we have a positive 5 for an intercept, which appears to be up here, right? It's going to be part of C, with a negative slope. So this one is C. Okay. Now the second way of doing this is you could just take a point that you know is on B and no other one, like let's say 2, negative 3. See how this is 2, negative 3, this point right here? So you go over here, and which of these two equations does 2 and negative 3 make the equation true? So I'll check B. 2 minus negative 3 equals 5. Does that look to be true? Well, that turns into 2 plus 3 equals 5. Yeah, that is totally true. So guess what? Line B has this point that fits, so this is going to be B. And then finally, we have x plus y equals negative 5. Well, y equals negative x minus 5 when I solve for y. So negative 5 as an intercept, great. Negative slope, that is A. So this one is CBA. Good? Okay, for number 4, this is an oblique line, right? That means it's a slanted line, so we have to have two variables, and all of them do. Okay, that's good. These are all in y equals mx plus b, so that's handy. Is this slope of this line a positive slope or a negative slope? Shout it out. Okay, I had one person say negative and one person say positive of all of you. What did I just say about the slope there a few minutes ago? This goes up from left to right. So what slope is this, positive or negative? This one, remember? Positive, okay? It's positive, it's going up from left to right. Think about how you read. You read from left to right, okay? If the line is going up, hey, up, positive, yay, we're going up, yay. Uh-oh, no, we're sliding down, that's bad, we're going down, ah. Think of a person sliding to their death on this steep hill. That's bad, okay? Where are we going? Higher, hey, everybody's happy, we're going higher, we're ascending, yeah, bad. We need to, guys, we need to remember that, okay? I don't know if you guys are still sleeping or what, but if only 2 people could answer that question and only 1 person could actually get that right out of all of you, we're in trouble, okay? So this is a positive slope. Which of these lines, here's your chance for redemption here, which of these lines have a positive slope? Or would A, B, or C? Which ones have a positive slope represented? A, not B, but C also has a positive slope. See that? C, that's a positive slope as well. So not B, but these ones both have a positive 1 slope. Let's see, 1, up 1 over 1, check. Up 1 over 1, check. Up 1 over 1, check. That is a slope of 1 over 1, that's great. So the final clincher, which one's it going to be in Y? Come on. It's going to be C? Why? Because some like, I don't know? Because the negative 2. Okay, where do you see the negative 2 here? Over here? Oh, okay. Now, one slight problem. This B value is a y-intercept, not an x-intercept. So we have to look at this value right here, not the x-intercept. It's got to be the y-intercept. Okay? So it's a positive 2, so it's A. Yeah, this is the one right here. So A should be your answer. Okay? All right, does everybody get that now? Because that is really important, that stuff. You need to know this for the test coming up, okay? Any questions? All right. Thank you for answering, though. Every one of you that answered, right or wrong, thank you for answering. Because you have no idea how difficult it is as a teacher when I say something and everyone's like this. I have no idea if you get it or you don't. So I don't know what to say. So you guys got to help me out. So give me an answer. If it's wrong, great. If it's right, great. We can learn from our mistakes, though. Very, very important. So help me out here. Okay, number 5, finally number 5 here. Which equation best describes the graph? Justify your answers. Okay, now I don't see y equals mx plus b here. And I like y equals mx plus b. It's fairly easy to get y by itself. You might have to do a couple operations, right? You might have to isolate. But you don't have to do it that way. You could attest some points that are on the graph, right? Remember we did that? So I'm not going to change these. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a point, this point right here. This is the point 4, 0. Okay? No sense picking the slope right now because I can't really tell what the slope is because it's not in y equals mx plus b form. This is another form. So 4, 0. So if I put 4 in for x and I put 0 in for y, okay, that's going to be a point that is on this line. Now, it may be on more than one line because look there's lots of points, lots of lines, sorry, that has 4, 0 as a point. So I'm going to have to check at least 2, but let's see if we can narrow something down. So if I put a 4 here and I subtract 0 from it, 4 for x, 0 for y, is this statement true?
Yes.
Oh, 4 minus 0 is 4. Yeah, okay, so it could be A. Could be A. Let's check if it's true for B. So 4 minus 4 times 0. Does that equal 4?
Oui.
Oh, that's true as well. 4 minus 0 is 4. Okay, so what about C? 4 times 4 minus 0 is 1. Okay, so it's not this one. 16 minus 0 does not equal 1. So it's not C. All right. Well, let's pick another point that's on the line because guess what? Chances are another point will help us distinguish between these two. Unless these represent the exact same line. They could. Because there's multiple different ways you could express the exact same line. So they might be tricking you here. I don't really know. They might be tricking you here. But let's check another point. Let's check this one. The intercepts are always nice because you have a 0. And because when you multiply by 0 or add 0, it's really easy to do in your head. So I like intercepts. Check intercepts. This is 0, negative, looks like 1. Okay, you agree with me there?
Yep.
So which one of these A or B does 0, negative 1 work for? 0 minus negative 1. Does that equal 4? That's
No.
positive 1 equals 4. That's a big no. So it looks like this is not going to be the one, but let's just check this anyway. So 0 minus 4 times negative 1 equals positive 4. That's a negative times a negative. 4 equals 4. Look at that. Boom, 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 boom. We have a winner. It's B. Get it?
Yeah.
Understando? Comprehende?
Oui.
Comprehende? Comprende?
Oui. Si.
We? Okay. How many different languages can we do? Here? All right. That's okay. So that's 4.4. Any questions? You guys are good? Connecting graphs? Awesome.